Hi everybody, this is Vicky StitchNButton. I've been going for a little bit, a lot longer than I expected. I went to market and saw some good news. I got some bad news and not a bunch of stitching, but I got some haul from market and I had planned on being gone for a week. I was gone for almost a month before I got home, so I had almost a month's worth of mail to go through. It took almost an hour. So I'm disorganized. I wanted to get this out there so I can get this stuff put away. I have a lot to do. Coffee. Tennessee cup. I was there. I actually got a second cup too. I have a Philly cup. Let me change this light. There. Okay. Let's start out with, this might be a little long. I'm going to try to explain things. I have the giveaway, which I'll do later. I did choose a winner. Oh, today, again, like first time doing this, today is Sunday, March 24th, 2019, and this is my 28th Flosstube video. Well, I also said that I was pretty close to 500, and since then I have grown, and I'm actually at 524 today. I checked right before I came on. So I'm going to do a giveaway for that. I am so disorganized right now. I don't even know what I'm going to do. So I have to just get my life back together. It's been a minute. Try not to be emotional. Okay, so let's start out with, I went to Nashville. It was a lot of work. I left a couple days early. I went to help Elizabeth from Danes and the Needle. And I worked 2 days before we went. I was packing trim and ironing stuff, and I ironed for 4 days because I even ironed at the show. We got there late at night and basically just took up our suitcases and passed out, and then went down the next day. Her friend Betsy joined us, and we were able to get everything displayed and for the most part, I think we did pretty good with getting everything displayed. And I was ironing, like I said, I just kept on ironing more and more linen as fast as I could. It's almost like a laundry shop back here. All you hear is them chitter chatter, and I'm back there, and they just hear steam come from the iron every so often. At one point, Elizabeth was like, "I forgot you were back there," but now it sounds like a laundry place. So I got to meet a lot of people. Becky Nolan, which I'd known her. I'd met her before. So, love you, Becky. And it was so long ago, it's hard to get. Walking through the hallways, I did meet with Stephanie, Lindystitches. I stopped her and said hello. I think that was her first time at market. This was also my first time at market, by the way. I finally met in person Teresa Curry from Needle Bling. Her and her husband, they were who? Oh my god! I did some model stitching for her, so it was nice to be able to meet her in person. One night we sat there laughing so hard. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that Teresa was snorting. She wasn't even laughing anymore. She was just snorting. I got her husband to snort too. We were all in tears laughing. It was great stuff. I met Beth Twist from Heartstring. I'll show you what I got from hers. And who else? There's so many. Ronnie Rowe. Stitch and Jules talks about Ronnie Rowe, and that's how I found out about him. And I got to meet him, and he is just a hoot and a holler. He definitely wants to meet up with Jules. Definitely. And I got her a chart and sent that off to her. I had him sign it for her. She just needed a signed chart, right? He was great. I had 2 of his ship designs, and there's 3, so I was able to get the 3rd one, which I'll show you. Who else did I? Oh, Amy Brooken. Her and her husband are wonderful. They're so sweet. She's got new stickers, window clings available now. I know that Yeah, I mean, you could check your local shops, but I know that Jen from the whole Stitch and Caboodle's got them. I was the one that showed them to her, so she's got them. I know she put them up for sale, I think, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday. Everything's running in. I met with Cindy Sorley from, I think it's Cross Stitch Express. She has a group, and she sells needlework and stuff and supplies and such. Who else? Oh yeah, and my goodness, they run through. I met Pam, and she's from 3Stitches in Texas. She's great. Her and her helper Shannon, we had dinner together and everything. Betsy and I hit it off great, which was great since her and Elizabeth were all staying in the same room, right? Who else? There were so many. Tracy from Ink Circles. Love her and her friend Tasha. They were great. They were great. Okay, so they want to do a book called Elevator Conversations, and I don't blame them. Here's one. And I get on the elevator, everybody's got tags. And I see these 2 tags from Ink Circles. Now, I don't know what Tracy looks like, you know? So I see these, I was like, oh, Ink Circles. I said, I just started one of your designs. She's like, oh, yeah? I said, yeah, Elegant Squid. She's like, oh, great. She says, well, I'm not the designer, I'm her mom. And this is her friend Tasha. And I was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. I said, and I forget what was said in between there, but we're getting off the elevator, and she said, what's your name again? Elegant Squid? I said, I'm stitching Elegant Squid. I'm with Elizabeth from Dames of the Needle. My name's Vicky. She thought my name was Elegant Squid, like I had a company. So we got a good laugh because I saw Tracy later on at the bar, and I said something to her. She's like, I said, don't apologize, because that is like the best story ever. So now my name is Ellie. Yeah. Who else was there? Everybody was there, obviously. There were so many people there. Julie, Gulf Coast Stitches. I did get a picture with her. I got a picture with Ronnie Rowe. I don't even know if I got a picture with Teresa and her husband, Brian. I don't know. I got one with Beth. And I met Janine from Acorns and Threads. Sent a picture out to Linda Jo. Told her I was talking with her peoples. Her and Audrey. Who else? Gosh. Like I said, it was a long time ago. A lot's happened since then. So, market went well. It was busy, but it was good, and it went pretty well. Unfortunately, Sunday I got the call that my mother passed away. I had originally planned to go see her. I was going to go home Tuesday or Wednesday and fly out Thursday to go up to Pennsylvania because I knew they'd put her in hospice. And it was too late. So Elizabeth flew me immediately, well, almost immediately on Tuesday up to Pennsylvania. My friend Gina picked me up. And it's been a whirlwind, and I'm still processing, so bear with me. I knew she was sick. I've known since December that she had liver cancer. We thought she'd be able to get some treatments, but it was too fast. It's kind of weird when you meet a whole bunch of people and you get a phone call while you're sitting there chatting and laughing. There was a whole bunch of us in the dining area of the hotel when I got the phone call. And I just put down the phone and I started crying, and everybody just turned around. And I mean, I had all the hugs that I possibly could need. Everybody gathered. I mean, it was great. It was just, it's awkward when it's not people that you know or you just met, you know. It's just, although it was good. And I was surrounded by a lot of friends and everything. So that was good. and my friend Gina was there for me when I got up to the airport. So, you know, I got to stick with her the whole time, so that was good too. You know, and Frank wanted to come up, and it just wasn't feasible, you know, with the dog and everything in his work. So we tried to make the best of it. We got all our things together that Thursday. The nieces and my nephew and my youngest son. I got to see him for the first time in a few years, actually, because he lives in Philly. So we got our things together, and then we spread her ashes, not that Saturday, this Saturday after. In Avalon, she wanted to be in the Atlantic Ocean. I did not spread my ashes. I brought her, it was really cold and really windy, and as morbid as I am, yes, I turned around and said, you know what, my luck, the wind will change, I'll throw the ashes, they'll come back at me, and I'll have like her hammer toe on my lip. So I couldn't do it then. But what I do plan on doing is going to the beach that I first took her to when she came down here. It's the Atlantic still, but it's in Florida, and I'll let her go then when it's warmer. So for right now, I just have my portion. We had given all the kids mason jars with some in for them to do, and a lot of them actually emptied out the mason jar in the ocean and then took some sand and shells to keep. So that was good. She was definitely a big part of the family. She was like the main tree trunk because she talked to everyone all the time, and I don't talk to a lot of my family for various reasons. But she did try to keep everybody together, which is good, and she's made a big impact on family and friends alike, so she is definitely missed. In between getting her stuff together, Gina and I tried to keep busy. It's just better that way because I knew, I mean, I just wanted to come home. You know, I was expecting to be gone for a week. I was absolutely ready to come home, but I just had things to do before I came. So we made a little trip. We talked to Pam over in Ohio, Just Keep Stitching, and we kept it from Steph, and we made plans, and we went out and went to visit Pam and Steph. So that Wednesday, because it takes about 8 hours from Harrisburg out to Cincinnati, we sort of broke up the trip so we'd have more time with them when we finally got there. So Wednesday afternoon, we drove out to Pittsburgh and stayed with my friend Edie, which was fun because I used to work with her, and she's a lot of fun, and I got to meet her wife that has made her so happy, and I'm so happy for Edie because she deserves it, so that was good. After we went out to dinner, and she showed us the sights, like the skyline at night and everything. It was chilly, but it was really cool, so we got some pictures there. I don't know if I'm going to insert pictures. I might go ahead and try to insert some pictures at the end. Who knows what it'll look like. Last time it, like, took off some of the video when I did it, but it'll be what it is. What else? So after we left Edie's in the morning, and we finished the ride because it was only another 4 or so hours, and we were keeping in touch with Pam because they went and got their cars done, and if you've watched their latest video, they did explain some of it. Pam had explained some of it, so we're texting back and forth. She's like, okay, I think the cars are done, and she's gonna go take a nap. I said, okay. So, you know, I'm looking for her. When we pulled up to the driveway, I wasn't sure if she was in the garage or not, and I was like, let's see, is she never know? And I see Pam in the window, and she's waving us on here. Steph had just woke up and gone to the bathroom, flushed the toilet. She had just come out. She was still groggy, and Pam turned around. I didn't hear her. She told me later. She's like, you have visitors. We open up the door, and you should have seen, I wish I would have taken a picture, but she probably would have killed us. The look on her face. It was total, where am I? Because she was still half asleep, and she couldn't believe it. Here we are, showed up and said hi. So it was great. It was great hugging them. it was just really good. It was something I needed, you know, when something really bad happens, it's good to have good friends to be able to go and give them a big old hug and hang out with them and just relax. We did, and we got some takeout. We got, what did we get, girls? We get pizza and some chicken or something like that from someplace we went and picked up, and then we sat in the living room. We just pretty much shoot the shit and caught up and did some talking, and there were a little bit of tears, but it was good. It was, and even some stitching. I got a couple stitches in. I didn't stitch much since I left the house, so I did at least get some stitches in, and then we stayed over, and in the morning we all got up and we ended up going over to Keepsakes because Steph had to work. So we went over to Keepsakes, and I made sure to pull out my stitching and get a couple stitches in just so I could say that I stitched at Keepsakes. Gina and I did not take the infamous picture by the sign, but we did take a picture of the sign on the way out. And I was like, we didn't do that, but we took pictures inside, which was fine. And I know I posted them up on my Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, go take a peek. You're going to have to request it because I was getting weird people following me. So, it's QNVIKKI on Instagram, and I know I posted the pictures there. I don't think I put them on my StitchNButton Crafts account, but it was great seeing them, and thank you, Pam and Steph, for having us. It was good. It was well needed therapy, so to speak. It was worth it. We stayed there for a little bit, but because that was on a Thursday, Friday, that Saturday we had to go all the way to Avalon to spread the ashes, and we had to be there by around 1. So Gina and I headed out around 12 or so, about that. We headed out after Barbara had shown up, and got to see Barbara again because I met her at Nashville when Steph came in to give me hugs. And, oh, that's right, Pam was there too. It was crazy. Let me backtrack. I'm outside, and I get a call from Teresa Curry from Needlebling, and she's like, and it was like a video, but the video hadn't come through because you know how Wi-Fi is in the hotels. So I'm looking at it, but there's no video, but I can hear her, and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, hey, are you coming up? And I was like, well, I wasn't planning on it. Did you meet? She's like, well, you should try to come up if you can. So I'm like, all right, well, I was going back up to Elizabeth's to help out there, but let me see what I can do. And she said, okay. So we hung up, and I wasn't going to go. I really wasn't. I was like, I need to get back to the room. So I get on the elevator. I'm like, you know what? It's only one more floor. Let me go. I went, and lo and behold, Pam was there. That's why she was calling me up. She thought I had seen her on the video. No, I hadn't seen her on the video. There was no video showing. So that was good. That was a great surprise. And I got hugs then too. So that was good. Trying to think of what else. Wednesday, this recent Wednesday, when I should have been doing my video, I guess, I flew back to Georgia because I left my car at Elizabeth's house. She did not want me to drive the whole 10 hours back to Florida by myself after that, so I got vetoed on that one. So because I had planned on helping Elizabeth put everything back in order when we got back to her house, I decided to do that on the back end. So I went to her, I got there Wednesday night, and by the time we got back to the house and everything, got something to eat and got back to the house, we really weren't working, so to speak. So we got to bed early, and then all day Thursday, I pretty much did trim and alphabetized charts and got orders together for us just to help her get stuff together because she does all this by herself. It's a lot of work. So I was glad to just have the time to sit with her, and we chatted and vented about a bajillion and one things that people do when they get together. And we even went out to this place called the Mellow Mushroom afterwards, and it's like a pizza sub place. It was pretty decent. I'd never heard of it before, so everybody was probably screaming that they all had it. But while I was at Gina's that Monday, right before I came down, I got a touch of food poisoning. I threw up so much, and part of it was mushrooms, and one came through my nose. Ah. So needless to say, she says mellow mushroom, and my stomach turned. I'm like, that's one thing I won't be having. She says, no, they have other stuff. So I was like, okay. So that was pretty good. I got like a half sub, and we had some pretzels with Parmesan on them. It was delicious. Then Friday, I got in the car. We woke up, got dressed, got some coffee in me, packed up my stuff, and got it all in the car. And I left on Friday and drove home. It didn't take me quite 10 hours. I might have driven 90 a few times, a lot of 80, 85. I was very anxious to get home. I was safe though. I was safe. I had a seatbelt on. I was in 3 huge traffic jams before I even got out of Atlanta. The first 50 miles away from her house was just hellacious, but I wasn't going to sweat it. I knew I was going home. I had coffee. I had a bagel with cream cheese. I had my tunes on, and I just stayed in my lane. Just stay in your lane, right? But pretty uneventful on the way home. I did see a Lamborghini. So, trying to think. Yeah, I got home, and yeah, it was nice to be home. It was, I cried when I got home. But, dog was happy to see me. He, like, tried to hug me. He got, like, half on me and trying to put his paws on me and lick me and everything. I think he thought I was going for good, poor thing. And he's a good dog. He's sleeping now. I'm saying a lot of ums today. Because I'm scatterbrained. And I'm trying to keep it so I don't need tissues. Audrey has not sent me tissues in a while. I might have to just buy my own. Okay, so I did get cards. I'm not going to show the cards. There's some sympathy cards that were waiting for me, which are all appreciated. Don't think it's not. Every well wish, every prayer, every thoughtful, everything, every little message. I read them all. If you had asked me a question I did not get back to you, let me know, because I tried. I'm sure you understand how big this is for me. Anybody that knows me and my mom, they know that this is pretty big, and I must say, I think I'm taking it pretty well. I think I'm handling it well. Not that anybody needs a prize for that. You can handle it any way you want, but I'm not a big sobber, and the ugly crying and the migraines that come with it, and, you know, so I'm trying to just woosah through, and I let the tears come when they need to, and, as my mom would say, the show must go on. I mean, it's theater, right? So, I came home to a whole bunch of stuff. I have tons of needle minders to post. I started posting some on my Etsy, and I started posting some on my Stitch and Button crafts. I still have bags left over that didn't really get a chance to sell them before I left. So anything that's on my Stitch and Button crafts Instagram is available. I may repost some of the other ones. I've reposted some of them yesterday, and then I may repost others. I have a couple of bags that are made that need pulls. Getting that, that's my next thing. I have some beading to do before I start sewing again. I have little notes, because otherwise I wouldn't have remembered anything. Okay. Before I left, okay, I had a story, and I told a couple friends, and they told me I absolutely had to tell it on my video. So after, you know, bringing people on the brink of tears, I don't know if some of you cried or not, but, you know, after depressing news, let's do a little bit of something fun. How about that? My mom always said, let's not be maudlin, okay? So, before I left, I had gone shopping with Frank's daughter, Haley. And Frank was with us too, but he didn't come in the store. We went in TJ Maxx. She was going to Indiana with her grandmother and her mother and needed a suitcase. So we went in there, and while there, you know, you start looking around. Who doesn't? Well, you know, we got some bras and panties for her, and we get in line, and there's this young kid that ended up being our cashier. He had to be like 20. I say young kid, but okay, so he's about 20. And I put the stuff up on the counter, And I'm a jerk. He goes to touch the underwear to pick them up to get the price, and I said, don't touch my underwear. And you should have seen the look on his face. He sort of like dropped them. I was like, I'm just messing with you. I just wanted to see the look on your face. Well, that definitely broke the ice, and he just started laughing. I said, just think somebody could be serious about that. He's actually like, yes, they could be serious. So yes, I love making people laugh. I love taking them off guard. I'm good like that. Matter of fact, I went to KFC today, and it took so long. I asked them if they were plucking the chickens. They weren't as amused. I was. I got corrected by Steph. During one of my videos, I don't know why I didn't notice this. I mean, how long have I been stitching? 25 years. For some reason, I have always gotten Ursula Michael and Erica Michaels mixed up. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought it was Erica Michaels and that she did Imaginating also. That is not the case. And I have some other designs. Why do I not know this? Why didn't I put this together? Oh, here's another thing I did not miss from Florida. Mosquito bites. Apparently it's Ursula Michael from Imaginating. Okay? And then there's Erica Michaels. Everybody else probably knows this. You know, so I've fallen from grace, right? Whatever, Steph. I'll say what I want. I will save my plane ride story for you. I know I posted a couple places, but I'll let other people know. Let's go through and look at what I actually stitched. Hey, that's a show's about cross stitch, right? A lot of what I've done was on One Nation, okay? This is it. Because I can stitch it when I'm busy around here, I don't need the chart. So I just grab the stitch in the color I need. It's either going to be white or blue. And I filled in mostly this and some of the outlines, and that's all I did all month. But every little bit counts. And yes, I know I'm missing a couple stitches here and a whole petal here, which will get filled in eventually. That's it. I mean, it's no big pomp and circumstance there. But it's something, and it's better than nothing, especially with the month that I've had. I wrote it down, so I must have done it like right after my last video. So I'll show it, although I couldn't tell you exactly what it is. I know I wanted to finish Night Wizard, I just couldn't bring myself to work on it. Sometimes you look at stuff and you're like, I just can't. So, Night Wizard did get worked on. Let's see. I'm pretty sure from the last time I might have worked on some yellow, like a little bit of yellow, some of the white, and maybe some of the green. I did do all the back stitching in here, and I'm pretty sure I did all the back stitching in the candle, and I started some of the back stitched letters that are up here. So I really need to focus on this and get that done. That means it's one less thing on my long list of things I'm stitching, right? Get her done. This did go with me though, my cow bag. It went with me. And I know I stitched, but then I had to drop out of the 90 days of full coverage because I obviously wasn't in my right mind to stitch. So not much got done here. I might have done just a few stitches on this, and it pretty much looks the same as it did last time, even with all the prepped extra parking. And I'm okay with that. Who cares, right? It's not a race. And right now, I only took the one page with me of the chart, and I put the color code and the rest of the chart somewhere. It's in this mess, and I couldn't even tell you where it is right now. I haven't even tried to look for it. I'll find it. It's in someplace clever, right? All right. There have been acquisitions that I purchased before that showed up since I was gone. I gotten some gifts and a trade, so I am going to go into that now. First thing I wanted to show you was Ginger, Gigi In Stitches. She had challenged herself to do 50,000 stitches. She had all these things that she wanted to get done. And if she didn't get them done, just in case, ahead of time, I was to pick something that she would have to stitch for me. Neither here nor there, I would get the chart, if anything, which I thought was a very kind gesture. So I picked something that I thought would drive her kind of crazy to stitch. It's a little large, but it's something I wanted anyway, and I had planned on, it was on my wish list. Well, guess what? She made it. She made the 50. She worked her fingers to the bone. Her fingers were sore, but she did it. You can watch her video. I'm going to link everything below. I have it pre-prepped to be able to put all that in the notes in a little bit. But this is what I ended up with. So I got this chart, Coffee Compendium, and this is by Tempting Tangles. I know there's a glare, but I'm not taking it out because I don't feel like it. How about that? There we go. But it's a whole bunch of coffee stuff. There's urns and stuff, and then it says stuff like, it looks like it's in alphabetical order. Affogato, Arabica, Black Eye, Black something, Cafe Medicini, Cafe Melange, Cafe Zorro, Cappuccino. Whole bunch. Java, Nose Warmer. Raspberry Mocha, Red Tie, Red Tux, Vienna Kit, Coffee, Zebra Mocha. What's a Zebra Mocha? Somebody tell me. Where can I get one? Does it taste good? Well, it's coffee. Not all coffee tastes good. Let me know. I've never heard of a Zebra Mocha. That's so crazy. Okay, another thing I had purchased that I gotten, and I don't know if I showed this or not. I don't think I did. Whatever, you'll see it again. I have said before that I make project bags, I make needle minders, I make, grime guards and stuff. I mean, you can see on my Etsy and my Instagram and stuff that I make stuff and I sell it, but I also believe in also supporting other makers of the great things. One thing that I had to get was a bag from Gary Toten Bags. Ronnie sews these great bags. I saw this fabric in one of their videos. Look. I can't. I love it. This Indian type elephant. I have no word. Words are hard sometimes. Anyway, this motif is just killing me. I had to have it. It's another thing. I like elephants. Obviously, you saw the animal magnetism that I've started. It's a great bag. It's very... Look how huge it is. So I was actually thinking I may need to move my One Nation to a bigger bag and put one of my smalls in that bag. So I'm not sure if it's going to be this one or the next one I show you. I also mentioned to you guys that I was doing a trade. I think I contacted Christine, Stitch All the Things. I was like, I love your bags. Can we do a trade? I want to make sure it's fair. What do you want to do? She said, whatever she'd like to put your big girl panties on and deal with it. So I sent her that, and I put some stuff, and she raved about my extras were on point. But I wanted to because her bags are fabulous. I'm looking at it, by the way, because I can. Her bags are fabulous, and I thought, my bags are okay. I'm my own worst enemy, by the way. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm my own. And I just wanted to make sure I put enough in there to make it a fair trade. And I think she screwed with me to make hers better. This is going to be a war, Christine. I'm telling you. So she gets to me and she's like, what kind of fabrics do you like? She shows these ones. And I was like, oh, well, Zombie Girls or something like that. You're cool motive stuff because I don't get a lot of motive fabrics. So she shows me. And then there's this. Oh my God. Look at this. Hot Rod Zombies. 50s. 50s zombies at a diner, at a drive-in. Look at those girls. Oh, these guys. The pompadours. The cars. This Waitron with attitude. She is definitely not feeling it. I love it. Absolutely love this bag. Yes, I call her a Waitron. It's a thing. Love this bag. So, I will show you the front in a moment when I take out this stuff, because she had to add stuff. Well, she wrote a very sweet card. She had already known about the passing of my mom, so of course she did her lovely Christine words and almost made me cry. And I will show you the card. Look at that Luna moth. Look at that. It like jumps out at you. Almost looks real, looks 3D, and it's not. Ah, and the moon. Great card. So, she sent me, it's crinkling. Again, deal with it. Life. She sent me, I don't think I have any Under the Sea fabrics, and she sent me this. Tell me that doesn't go with the bag that I got. Purples and greens. This side has some more greens and blues, and love that. Love that. Now I gotta find something to put on it. Because, you know, I don't have enough stuff started. Well, then, of course, she had to, like I said, outdo me. And she sent an accessory bag to go with it. With my bitchy Waitron. I love it. And then some Mo sale. Oh my god, this is so soft. That matches. I can't deal. Look at this. I'm gonna have to find something. Maybe I'll have to do another sugar skull. And then there's some metallic orange to go with it. I'm gonna have to find something to do with that. And that's not it. I can't deal with her. Really, Christine? So I don't know. I might have to put One Nation in this. I don't know. I need to use it. And it does have the handle. She was like, you want a handle? And I said, you don't have to go through the trouble. Yeah, she did anyway. Bitch, bitch. Oh, she sent me a stitch book. I might have to put bish. I've been using that one a lot. Thank you so much, Christine. Wonderful. If you guys get a chance to get on her D-stash, she has a Stitch All the Things D-stash, and she will put bags up. You got to jump on them, or else they're going to go. Another gift that I received is from Crystal. I don't even remember what I sent you, Crystal. It may have been a chart. It may have been a thing. I don't remember what I sent you. How do you like that? But I do remember you insisting on sending me something back, even though I told you not to. So she went and she got me some DMC that I needed. I was like, fine, here's a DMC that I need. So she did. And she made me this gorgeous zipper pull / scissor fob. It's got a coffee cup. And in my blues, just like I like them. Absolutely gorgeous. Love this. I have a zombie charm, so that's going to go in my zombie bag. But this, I don't know if I'm going to do... I am planning on making some coffee bags, so I might have to make myself one to put this on. Oh, but for now, I will have to add it on with these ones. What do you think? It's going to be my bling bling. There we go. That works for now. I love it. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you. I'm gonna say count the ums for me. Let me know how many I did, because this is getting nuts. I'm getting on my own nerves now. Yes, I do get on my own nerves. Okay, 2, 3. Some purchases I made before I even left. I did receive my Ornament Club, the Country Christmas of the Month from Crazy Annie Stitchin' via Annie Beast Folk Art via Crazy Annie Stitchin'. And it's the 2019 Country Christmas Ornament Club. I did receive this one. This is, I believe, the March one. Is the third one, right? Yeah, number 3, Ice Skate. Very cute. Comes with the little heart buttons. Love that. I don't know where to put stuff. You should... I have... These are all... If anybody wants them, let me know. Just send me a holler somewhere. I've got more needle minders. I've got needle minders coming that I haven't posted yet. Michael Jackson, Jack Sparrow, Freddie Mercury, Americana Girls, Rainbow Poop, some gnomes and unicorns and coffee and dogs with glasses and Frosty the Snowman. I've got tons here that I just haven't. I put some up. I've not gotten all of them. So if you really want some new needle minders, bother me. Go ahead and bother me. I need to keep busy anyway because I don't need to get in my own head. So bother me. And I will show you Instagram or email me or whatever. Anyway, I say that because all this is in my way. And I did, there's another package that I got to open when I got back. Although Gina got hers while I was with her. So I may have seen some of these colors before. This is the Brights, the regular limited edition. I changed from the primitive because I have a lot of the primitive colors now. And I changed over. So, I love that red. I'm going to have like 750 different reds from Victoria Modern Samplers because I love them all. She really does a good red. But yes, so that'll be added. I still haven't figured out if I want to redo how I hang my overdyes. One of these, I also need to figure out, do a video, you know, with all my spare time of how I do my floss. Some people like the way I do my floss. Somebody might be interested. If you are, great, you'll watch it. If you're not, don't watch it. That's where I'm at. You know? Another purchase I made. April. I have to remember to put her in there too, her link. I'm writing myself a note or else I will forget. My friend April, I've known her since Prim Stitcher Society and I've met her. I think we met, didn't we, at one of the retreats? I'm almost positive. We've talked online and stuff. But anyway, she does these great boards, these mounting boards for cross stitch or whatever you feel like using it for, but mainly for cross stitch. And why can't I remember the name of your company? It's right there, April. I'm so sorry. April Taylor's her name. She's got a Facebook. I will make sure I put the proper name below along with the link so you can check her out and see if she's got anything left. But I got this little board. This one is, let me see, the rectangular portion is about 4 by 3. This portion right here. This is in a blue. I've bought others from her. I have a couple of her, excuse me. I have a couple of her pumpkin ones, and I think it's a tombstone. And then I saw this one. This one's a larger one, and this one's really cool. This is barnwood. It's like unfinished barnwood. She stained the one side only. The other side is. And it's an acorn up top. I almost want to put a face. It almost reminds me of like a Doug cartoon character. But she etched it to make it look like an acorn, and I thought I'll figure out some kind of autumn design that needs to go on this, definitely. So those I had purchased also have been sitting here waiting for me to open them since I left. Okay, market haul, anybody? First of all, obviously I worked with Elizabeth, so I had to get some of her items. One of the items I did get, and I know she's got some more of these. You can contact your local needlework shop or her Etsy also. She's also got an Etsy. But I bought this one. This is the Liberty for All box topper. I got the whole kit. She painted the box. All the trim and everything's in there. She gives great instructions. She used to be a teacher. She, well, still is. She still teaches classes, but not as much anymore. But it says Liberty for All. It's got this great, I'm going to see if I can. Here. I don't know which picture. I guess that picture is better. How cool is that one? I actually got to watch her print out the charts and help pack them up. So I definitely got dibs on one, because who can resist that one? Love this one. Liberty for All, that's Dames of the Needle. Okay. I have to put this stuff together again, or else I'll lose my mind. There's another kit I bought from her. This one's brand new. I don't even know if I think she put it on her Etsy while I was there. And of course I had to leave with one. And it's called Orts and Such. She hand painted the fabric. And this is a twill, a dyed twill. All you need to provide is the thread, and I think she used Carriage Black from Gentle Arts. It's definitely a guest. So she provides everything else though. I'll show you the box. She hand painted all these boxes with a black and a silver. And the fabric and the twill. So that's like a day's stitch right there. Definitely got to do that one. These I am almost positive are on her Etsy, and it gives you all the instructions on how to finish it. She gives all the instructions. She's really good about that. Let's see. Again, I think this one's on her Etsy shop. Definitely on her Etsy, and I will put that link below. Now, since I had gone through every single chart she had, I had to get some. And boy, did I get some. Because I could. And some of these are older. Some of these, I mean, this one's 2014. This one's called Santa's Sleigh Ride. I don't know why I didn't have this one before. But I think that is totally adorable. And I don't know what the finish size is. It's not that large. She did a series. There's a series of 8. And they're called Primitive Smalls. These were in 2011. And they are available. Everything's still available on her Etsy. There's this one. There's this goose with the crown. I'm going to try to keep them in number order so when I put them away. Here is a flower pot and a peacock. I got rid of most of this, but since I've been home, it's acting up again, and it's definitely allergies. Excuse me. All right. So number 4 is 2 little lovebirds. Another flower pot. Okay. This is one of my favorites, a sailboat with this little guy and a turkey. Number 7 is this little house. And these bunnies. I'm definitely going to have to change some colors on that. I want the bunnies to pop out more. And I don't know what she calls this. I don't know if this is supposed to be a cat or a griffin type thing, or I don't know. I think it's cool. And that was number 8. Okay, another one. This is out of the series, but this is totally different. This is Margarita Tag. How cute is that? I told her I'm going to change up some colors, though. If I do these colors, it definitely needs a more festive fabric for me. A lighter fabric where it'll pop. I think it's totally cool, though. And it's all beads for salt. And excuse me, and a lime at the top of the paddle. That's always optional. Okay, there's a set of 3 of these, And they're picks. They're supposed to go on picks, but you can finish them any way you want. There's bow tie black cat. Black cat and star. And boo. And excuse me, I have to go blow my nose. Okay, I feel better now. Alright, so back to my haul from Dames of the Needle. I got Windy Night. I know in like my first or second video I showed Windy Day where his hat fell over and everything. Well, this is Windy Night. Apparently everybody's kept their heads. But I like this one. This one, I like the way it's finished. It's a 3-sided fob and it says boo. So you do all 3 sides and then you sew it together and it looks like this. I also was able to get this one from her because it was wrinkled and she won't sell a wrinkled chart. So bonus, Americana Hornbook, painting and finishing. I mean, she tells you how to do all of it, including this down here. And there's that. And that says Sweet Land of Liberty. And then there's little pages that go inside. How cute is that? I like that one. Alright. And then this one. She still has this one available, guys. B scissor fob. How cute is that? Who doesn't need a B scissor fob? I love that. And then I was able to get this one. She's renamed it since this was printed out. So I took this one. It's called Industrious Bee. And it's a needle book. Has all the materials listed as to what you're going to need and how to do it. And it says, my needle may find industrious like... My needle may you find industrious like the bee. And I just think that is so cute. Again, like I said, all of this still available in her Etsy shop. I made sure that if I took it, I was going to show it, and she should definitely make sure it's still available in her shop. So she did. Told her. And then Spring Rabbit Drum with Carrot. And she, I think she, does she show you? I think she even tells you how to she tells you how to finish the drum and the little carrot that she made on the side that she hangs off the side. And I'm pretty sure you can get the velvet from her because she sells the velvet for the tops. And for this orange, I know she's got that orange somewhere. I remember seeing it. Has the alphabet. How cute is that? Love that. And then there's 2 more. This one's called Let Freedom Ring Drum. And this one is from 2 years ago. It's pretty new. It's only a couple years old. Because you know me and my patriotic. And again, all of the instructions and stitch diagrams are all in here on how to do all of this. To make drums are not as hard as you think, guys. It's really not. And then this one, it's simpler and I just like it. It's got a bee skep on it and it's got some lambs. Ewes, sheep, whatever you want to call them. It says, from me to you, I stitched thee. Remember me when this you see. Her initials are EAT, by the way. Sorry about the shaking. The table's not as sturdy as it should be. And that was my haul from Elizabeth. Not bad. Now I need to actually stitch something, right? Alright. I also got a bunch of trims from her. If you ever need rickrack or pom-pom or... She's got rickrack. This is called Miguel's Navy. That blue. This is the larger pom-pom. She's got one that's slightly smaller. She's got this one. I think this is the newest one. I didn't get them pre-packaged. Like, so. This one's called Egg Hunt. It's a new blue. This would do great with a lot of Teresa Curry's Needle Bling and some of those that are coming out by Hands On Design. And this is the Egg Hunt in the small pom-pom. Great for finishing stuff. So I got a whole bunch of that stuff. There's even twill. Alright. Now, I've got 3 little bags here. 2 are Nashville, 1's keepsakes. Let's do Nashville first. I got a card while I was at Gina's. Amy DeVille sent me a card. Thank you, Amy. So that was in there. And what's this? Oh. My friend Gina gave me this. There's a side joke on that one. And it's backwards here, but it's a window cling, and it says a stitch a day keeps the crazy away. This is offered by Amy Broken. Like I said, I know that Jen from the whole Stitch and Caboodle has them. You can check your LNS. But these were great. I think they retail for $4. I got one when I was at Nashville. Alright. Rami's Creations was there. And another outlet for Rami's is, Rami's Creations, is Elizabeth. Elizabeth sells Rami's Creations threads and other items because it's easier to get a whole bunch of stuff from Italy than paying separately for shipping. But this was just too cute. Look at that little, it's perforated wood. How cute is that? And here's the wood piece that you stitch on. So I got that one. And then I had to get the new one from Heartstring. It says, I don't have a problem with coffee, I have a problem without coffee. Isn't that the truth? And since I got that one, I had to go ahead, where'd it go? Here it is. And get Coffee Saves Lives. Because that's the only one in the series I didn't have. Now this, and I had even talked to Beth about it. I don't think I'm going to do the alphabet 3 times. What I might do is, I really like the scrolly alphabet up top. I think I might do that one. And then for this, I might just do a whole bunch of different coffee beans and different browns going across. But I like that. And then, what else did I get? Well, I told you I went to Needle Bling Designs. I went over and saw Teresa, so I had to pick up some of hers. And 2 of them were out before, but they were pretty new, and I hadn't picked them up, and I kept on looking at this one, so I love, it says, I love you to the beach and back. I couldn't read it backwards, go figure. I love you to the beach and back. How cute is that? And then I bought Boo, because it's a cow. I don't know why I didn't get it before. Should have known better not to pass it up. And then I went back a second time and I had to pick up this one. It says, the flowers of tomorrow are in the seeds of today. Isn't that truth? She's preaching. So that was Teresa's. And then I told you I went and met Ronnie Rowe while I got the last ship. This one's Serenity. I think the other one's Tranquility and Concord are the other 2. Frank loves these, by the way. And I know they're all one color. It's only, it's a very dark gray, 413. You need 5 skeins for it if you do it on 14 count. Which, little side note, did you know that Ronnie Rowe stitches all his own things? His wife does not stitch. She's not interested in stitching. She will give her opinion, but she doesn't stitch. I didn't know that. He does it all on his own. Good for him. And he's such a great guy. He's just a character. He was funny. Then I was able to... Oh, Amy Broken. I had to pick up her besties. Because that's me and Gina. And look at the birds. Can he stand the birds, like, on his head? I can't. Too cute. All these should be available now. I think all of the the Nashville ones are available. And I was also gifted, actually, the 3 new ones from Blackbird Design. They were gifted to me. How sweet is that? The bells on Christmas Day. Ooh la la. How cool. I don't know if anybody's seen these. I'll show you the ones on the back too. If you have not. And Our Lasting Friendship. I really like that shepherd's bush one up there. I like this one too. It says, "May this be the token of our lasting friendship." How cool would that be to stitch that and put like all your bestest friends in the whole wide world in there? So that's that. That is my market haul. I think I was actually pretty good with market haul. I did not go crazy. I wasn't trying to spend a whole bunch of money. So, and then I was kind of broke anyway because I had to take that last minute flight. Blah, blah, blah. Well, like I said, we did go to Keepsakes, and you can't walk out of Keepsakes without buying something, right? So Gina and I both bought One More Stitch from Little House. I couldn't remember if it was Little House or not. It comes with the threads. Just One More Stitch. I thought that was cute. Came with the thread pack, the Classic Colorworks. And then I bought the Hands-On Design. I really like the laundry series, so I bought one of them for right now because, like I said, I'm kind of broke. Got things to take care of. So I bought Irony. That is everything, y'all. Like it isn't enough, right? Now I have to put all that into my app so I know what I got, and then put it all away. More work. I know I have one more thing to say, and I know this is, actually I have 2 more things to say. One is the winner. I had a drawing with, not the very last video because that was a filler, but the one before, for a giveaway for my Flosstube anniversary for this all kitted up. It's on, I do believe it's Ada. Anyway, it's called Halloween RIP, and I kitted it up. I put what I thought the floss should be, and I put them on cards for you. And I did a drawing. There were 10 people that said they wanted it, and I took the names starting from the first comment, and they got numbered that way. So 1 through 10, and then I did the number generator, and number generator came up with the number 2. Second one to comment that they wanted it was Crystal Buckner, Jeweled Antler. Crystal, I actually have your address, and I will send this eventually. How about that? You'll get this. I am, again, like I said, I have over 500 now, so viewers and viewers, subscribers, whatever you want to call them, whatever. So I will put something together for a giveaway for my next video, which won't be this Wednesday, obviously, which would have been my off day anyway. It will be the following Wednesday. I'll have to think of something. I don't know. I think I'll definitely put a project bag in there and a couple other goodies. Now, one last thing with everything that went on over the past month. Like I said, I just wanted to be home. It was a bad episode of Gilligan's Island. 3-hour tour. It's supposed to be a week. It was a month. I was tired of wearing the same clothes. I mean, thank goodness for washer and dryer, right? And as much as I love seeing my people and my friends and my family, and not under those circumstances, and not impromptu, because nothing like your own shower and your own bed, right? On the flight back, I get on the flight, I am the last one. We just barely made it. I almost missed my flight. TSA took forever. So I'm running down the concourse, they're calling my name. Lovely. Usually I'm there like way ahead of time. So Anyway, I get on the plane. I'm the literally last person to get on the plane. And, you know, there's limited seating after that. So I got pretty much towards the front, which is fine because you're in the front, you get off first. You don't have to wait like 45 minutes for everybody to get their crap, which is fine because, again, I was on my way home with a pit stop in Georgia with Elizabeth, so this was good. So I get it, and then it's the middle seat. Usually I sit by the window, but whatever. So I'm sat between two people, and there was a lady and a man. They were actually talking, and at first I thought he looked a little perturbed that I had to sit there. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to sit here. So he got up and let me in and everything, and I get settled in. And in sitting there, and then they started talking, and I got in the conversation too. Come to find out, the woman was on the window. She was a little older than me. I think she was about 64, I think she told me. And she had just lost her sister. And she's afraid to fly. It was only her second flight ever in her whole life. And she was a little scared, and she was going to see her brother. And from there, after she stayed at her brother's, they were flying out to California for a church function thing. And she was looking forward to that and just getting away. So that was good. And then the man on the side, on the thing, I never got his name. And he was about her age, or if not a couple years older. And we started talking, and I had said that my mom had passed, and I'm finally getting home. And, you know, the condolences go, and with her sister, and I said I originally had gone to a cross-stitch trade show, and his eyes lit up, and he said, really, I cross-stitch. I was like, really? Here, his wife had passed the past few years, a couple years ago, but before she passed, she had him start cross-stitching. He was so stressed from work that she wanted him to cross-stitch. And he started cross-stitching, and he did some needlepoint, and he was like, I'd love to see your stuff. So I had my stitching bag. So he got to see One Nation and the Wizard, and so he loved seeing it. And he had mentioned how neat my backs were. I said, well, I've been doing it for 25 years. I learned a couple things, you know. But it was really funny how, you know, how lives meet, and how you think, oh God, here I'm going to sit with people I don't know in the middle seat, all squished up front, and you thought you were getting attitude from somebody. Here you weren't. And I even told the lady, I was like, well, if you need to, you can squeeze my hand. And I showed her how to close the shade so she didn't even have to look. And by the end of the flight, we were all like giggling together, and it was just a really pleasant flight, and I was glad to meet them. And it's just a little story that I get to keep and share with you guys. So just know that it, you know. And then, I mean, just a little side note, the lady was a older black lady, and the man was an older white man. And here I am, this crazy redhead, and we all got along just fine, and it makes my heart feel good. I come from a place where I was brought up not to hate people for the color of their skin, or for their beliefs, or for, as long as they're doing no harm. Does that make sense? So I try to take each person individually by what they show me, you know. And it was just nice to be able to relax with three people that otherwise would probably never meet, never cross paths, never hang out or anything, and you get to take that little bit away from you. And this town that I live in is pretty bigoted, and not as educated as they should be. And I'm being very nice, by the way, just because it's all public and everything. My true friends know my real feelings about this place, but when you live with that all the time, it sort of wears you down. So when you get outside of it and you get to meet other people and know that there's still some good in the world, it makes you feel a little bit better. And I think I needed that, especially with the really crappy month I've had. So that was good. Just remember, don't let anybody steal your sunshine. You guys have a great day.